only a week away, well, not even a week now. It's Saturday today, and I leave on Friday to go to IPS to do the working equitation clinic on the Friday and then stay overnight for the rest of the show. So I got my Doma Vaquera tack out the other day and just had a hack out in it just to, you know, have a little bit of a practice ride again, because it's been a little while since I used it. And Philip, who bred Il Forbio, my horse, just commented, well, he just sent me a message and said there was a way that I could make the stirrup irons look a bit better, because when I bought the saddle from the lady I got it from, it hadn't been used for quite a few years. So the bridle was very stiff, so I've been spending a lot of time oiling that and trying to get that suppled up, because it was just like the reins almost stood upright by themselves. Yeah, the stirrup irons, so in the Doma Vaquera saddle they've got these very, very big triangular sort of blocky stirrup irons, and they had gone very rusty. So Philip's given me a little bit of advice on how to get those cleaned up and looking a bit nicer for the show, because they should be black. So I've just been to my local DIY shop and I found some barbecue paint in a spray can, which seemed to be the best option. I wasn't sure that an acrylic based paint would work as well, because being on metal, I didn't want it to be flaking off and chipping. And I think the barbecue one will be good for sort of like a rustier metal. So yeah, so I've got that. So I thought I would just show you how I'm going to clean those up and get them ready for the show. So I'm going to take them outside now and start cleaning off. So I've bought the saddle outside and I've got myself, so this is the spray that I got, and this is some masking tape. And Philip said to use a wire brush, but I can't find one of those. I've got some really, really heavy grade sandpaper. So the first thing I'm going to do is just give them a bit of a clean off. As you can see, they are really quite rusty. So yeah, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time just giving them a bit of a sand off before I spray them. As you can see, all of this orangey rust is starting to come off now, and they're just looking a little bit brighter than they were. So yeah, bit of a messy job, but most of the rust is coming off now. Okay, so now that I've got the worst of the rust off, I'm going to use the masking tape to tape around the leather bits on the top of the stirrup, just to stop those getting sprayed. Yeah, I think they're this spray is designed to be used over slightly rustier finishes, so it's only you're only really removing the loose paint and rust, it says on the back. So yeah, this should be hopefully a good option. I think you can get some other direct metal paints for rusty objects, like, you know, gates and stuff, so maybe consider using one of those. But anyway, I'm going to try this. So yeah, my masking tape's not the best. A slightly thicker one would have been better, like a wider tape reel, but anyway, I'm just using what I've got at home. So this is probably going to be like a nice fake tan here. Okay, so I'm just going to get a bit of kitchen towel and just wipe down the stirrup a bit more to get rid of any residue of rust, and then we will start spraying it. So just wiping them out now with the tissue. Right, so now I've got that one prepped, I'm going to just do the other stirrup quickly and then I will come back and video the spraying. Okay, so it's quite a workout actually. So I'm nicely covered in this lovely stuff now. All the old rust, and I've taped up the other stirrup here as well. So yeah, I've removed the rest of the rust, wiped them off with the kitchen towel, and I'm now going to just give them a quick coat of this. So yeah, let's see what happens. So I actually have a degree in model making, believe it or not, and spent a lot of time in my uni years spray painting things. So it's always better to do like more light coats and not like oversaturate it, because that's when you end up with drips. So just try and do sort of a couple of light squirts like this, and then you shouldn't get all of that overrun and drips happening, because that definitely won't look very nice in your show. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this paint's going on actually. It does look pretty nice. Yeah, I spent quite a long time umming and ahhing in the DIY shop as to which one would be best, and it does need to be a matte paint, so I thought this was going to be a good option. So let's do the bottoms. Okay, well, I'm actually really pleased with how that's come up. So if I just show you up close. So yeah, it is a really nice matte finish. If you compare that to the old one with all the rust on it. So yeah, I do think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna spray the other one, and then I think I'll come back and do another light coat over both of them. But it seems to be pretty quick drying as well, which is perfect, because I've actually got to go and meet somebody to ride in about 10 minutes, so I have left this a bit late, but I just wanted to get it done today, so it's done and dusted. So just done a bit of overspray on that one, which I'm not very happy with. Got a bit close, and as you can see it's almost wrinkled a bit, so I'm just going to wipe that off on that bit and just respray, because I don't want any drips or wrinkly bits. See, again, it's very easy to get a bit trigger happy. I was just trying to get a decent amount down into this crack here, but it's a bit too much, a bit too close as well. Okay, so yeah, that's really not looking too bad. I just put my masking tape back down over that because it's moved. So yeah, I have to say that has worked really nicely. I'm quite pleased with that. So I'll just yeah, do another quick coating, and then hopefully 2 coats of that should be enough. And it's going to be really lovely to be able to put my saddle on without getting covered in rusty marks all over my chest as I try and, you know, put it on him. So yeah, anyway, I will do another coat and then I will show you the finished result. So just had a quick wash off because my hands were obviously absolutely filthy and the rust has come off, thankfully. So yeah, here we are. They are really looking, don't know if you can see in the light there, but so much better than they were. Really, yeah, I'm pleased with the finish. And that spray is like, I've literally done the second coat about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and it's already dry. So yeah, I mean, when I say dry, obviously I wouldn't pick it up straight away because it's going to take a few more minutes to completely dry, but compared to like some of the car paints that you can get, they can take like 24 hours to even be touch dry, which is not ideal. So yeah, that's worked really, really well. So yeah, I would recommend using that. So that's Hammerite Barbecue Paint Matte Finish, and that was £14.95 from my local DIY store. So yeah, maybe give it a go if you, like me, have got old tack that you've accumulated and has probably seen better days and needs a bit of tidying up. That was actually quite quick and easy, and looking at the paint finish on it, it looks like it's going to be quite hard wearing. It's not like a film paint, you know, sometimes the paint sits on top and then it just chips off really easily, but that looks like it's done a really nice smooth spray. And also the fineness of the spray, the aerosol on this was a really like fine particle, which is good because then it means you don't get you know, as much stripping, and it just gives a nice even thin cover. So yeah, I would definitely recommend using that, and yeah, it should hopefully make us look a lot nicer for the show.